Okay, so good evening, everybody, and welcome to today's webinar, Mastering Operations for Business Growth. With us today is Ifedolapo Fajimi, the co-founder of Grace Iron Investments Limited. So Grace, just go on and introduce yourself. Tell us what you do at Grace Iron Investment Limited, and maybe some fun facts about you.
Okay, thank you, and good afternoon. I'm live from Lagos, so I will say good afternoon from Lagos, and thank you for this opportunity. Okay, so as introduced, my name is Ifedolapo Fajimi. I know that for non-Yorubas it may be a little difficult. It's not English; it's pure Yoruba, and then I'm the co-founder of Grazion Investment Limited. At Grazion, what we do is purely aquaculture. So aquaculture is the commercial farming of fish and other water animals and plants. Let me put it that way. So if you're farming seafood, as it were, that's the popular name. If you're farming fish, you are farming water snails, you are farming water plants, you're farming just anything that will grow in water, that is aquaculture. But in our own case, we are farming fish, and precisely we farm catfish. So we don't only farm the fish, we also add value. So what we do basically at Grazion Farms is to help more people to eat fish daily, make it easy for them to include fish in their meals daily. So we've gone ahead beyond the farming. Now we say we farm at Grazion, we farm our fish responsibly. A lot of people say, oh, is Grazion an organic farm? No, we are not an organic farm. In that when we have instances of we have incidences of disease or infection or whatever have you, we will, after prescription, we will administer medication. But if we don't have any incidents, we don't have any disease, that's the prayer of every business owner. But it's not just about prayers, you have to be, it's not, business is not all about prayers. You pray you don't have, but when you have to do the right thing, which is seeking the help of a medical professional, getting the right treatments for your fish so they will be fine. So when we have issues, we take medication. But an organic farm will say, even when they have issues, they don't take medication. I really don't know. I don't know how they survive. But then, so we rather farm responsibly in that we don't load our animals with medications. When they don't have issues, we don't administer drugs. And then we now, embrace a lot of cultural practices that makes it difficult for them to have issues. Like, for example, there are a lot of herbs, there are a lot of leaves around on the farm that you can add to their food, you can add to their water, that you can maybe regularly, administer on them in the right dosage that will prevent infections. Usually, most of the cases are either related to water quality or related to infection. So if you're able to manage the two, it's usually said that you may not have issues. So we manage herbs, with good management practice to ensure that they don't have issues. So we call ourselves responsible farmers, and we advocate same to farmers in our community so that we can have more responsible farmers. One of the allegations against Nigerian fish is that, oh, a lot of drugs, a lot of antibiotics, oh, a lot of this kind of whatever feed. Some will even say fertilizers, all sorts of allegations. Well, we are trying to also advocate to clean up the space, to let people know that, no, it's not everybody that does that. There are still people that farm responsibly. There are still people that don't load their animals with antibiotics, and that's what we do. So we have also created about 10 innovative fish-based products from catfish. Like I said earlier, we want more people to eat fish. We want to be fun eating fish, We don't want a situation whereby some people say, oh, catfish, that black thing, I don't like it, I don't want it. But when you're seeing your catfish in, a fun way, you will, be encouraged to eat it. So that's what we are doing, because at the moment in Nigeria, catfish is like the number one commercially grown fish. We have other fish types that we are growing, but catfish is a major commercial aquaculture product. So we want more people to love to eat it. We want mothers to be able to give their picky children catfish, because they won't know. They won't know it's fish. It can come as, flakes they could snack on. It could come as powder you mix in their meal. It could come as snacks. They wouldn't even know it's fish. They would have eaten it before they see it's fish, and it's been fun. So that's what we do. And we also train. We help young people. We help women and youth to develop more interest in aquaculture, such that they can also embrace it and see how to also play in the value chain. So basically, that's a summary of what we do at Grazium Farms. And then fun fact about me. Let me start thinking. Okay, so I love to talk. I love to network. I'm a skill junkie. I love to learn things, even though I may never use the skill, but I just love to gather skills. Also a fabric junkie. I love to gather fabrics. What else?
Nice.
I love to make money.
The last one you said.
I love to make money because I love to spend a lot of money, and I really don't like depending on people for money. So I would rather make my money so I can spend my money.
Nice. So today you're going to teach us how you make your money. So to our very first question to you, what are some of the most common workflow inefficiencies in food businesses, and how can entrepreneurs identify and fix them?
Most common
workflow inefficiencies.
I would say, for food businesses, there are a lot of things that align, and there are some that don't, depending on food, because it's food. Then specialties, because handling of each product differ. Just like I listened to Funke, who was speaking the other time, and she was talking about the processes she goes through, in the products, whereas some other persons will just do it anyhow, and then she has to do the extra mile. So I would say it differs, but the important things that are consistent with almost all food businesses is understanding in depth what it takes to handle food business. See, just like what she was saying, a lot of people are in the food business space that they really didn't undergo any training.
Yeah.
That was even my situation when I started this fish business. I was like, oh, I've been doing banking for 8 years. I have first degree and master's in agri-economics. What's the big deal about fish? After all, most of the people even doing the fish business, they are not learning. So I should be able to do it. So I thought.
Yeah.
And then I started business without training. In my head, I should be able to do it. But alas, I was wrong. So I think the major thing is that a lot of people feel they could do it without being trained. And because of that, they probably don't know the nitty-gritty. And then in the course of the business, they start having setbacks. They start seeing reason why they should be trained. And sincerely, whatever food business it is you want to do, I think there is a need for training. Your training could be as minimal as, enrolling to be mentored by somebody that is already in the business. It could be that small, because you see, there are things your eyes will be opened to when you are on tutelage. Whereas when you are just out there, you think, oh, there's nothing.
True.
So I think that's a major one. Aside that, having to understand that food business is not like jewelry business. Food business is not like what's it called? It's not like fabric business. Just like we were taught in school, like I said, my first degree and master's was in agri-economics. And then we were taught that food is basic.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Everybody has a right to food. And as such, should be affordable, should be within reach. Yes, I know that inflation has really eaten deep into everything, and now food is very expensive. But even in the midst of it being expensive, it still has to be affordable. As a food business, as a foodpreneur, you are not looking at, maybe every average business is looking at their profit margin being 50%, 80%, 100%, whatever percent. But as a food business owner, you're not able to do that. Or you should know that you won't be able to do that. Maybe I should put it that way. Because if you're going to put it that way, that means it will not be within reach. Unless you're saying your food is for the HNI, the very, very premium. Like we have premium, almost premium anything in Nigeria now. Just like, you know, that just by the way, I'm just kidding. I saw a comedy skit on Instagram recently, and the person said she was selling premium cocoa. You know, cocoa is pap. And then pap that almost anybody would buy at any price. Then you're selling yours for 15K per cup. And then you're saying it's premium. You understand? Whereas with less than 500 naira or 1K, you get it almost, you know, by the roadside. So, and the foodpreneur should know that your product is more or less like a fast-moving good, or should be a fast-moving good, and as such, and because it's a basic need, the margin should not be too much, such that your target market cannot afford it. You'd rather make your money from the volumes you sell, from optimizing your production such that your cost will go down a bit, and then you can have more margin.
Thank you, Ife. So for those who've just joined us, we've launched a poll. If you check, you're going to see a series of questions that we'd really appreciate if you answer them. So for our very first question, what's your biggest operational challenge right now? Most of our members have selected inventory management. So a question to you, Ife, how can food businesses optimize inventory management to reduce waste and also prevent stock shortages or overstocking?
That's a big one, because even for me right now, I'm in there. In fact, just about yesterday, was it yesterday or this morning, I was still discussing with my children. The truth of the matter is, for a food for a foodpreneur, it depends on how your operations is. If, for example, when you produce, let me use Funke, she does guinea corn. She processes guinea. I think I'm correct. Please, if I'm wrong, you can please correct me. She processes guinea corn, and maybe if she buys a bag of guinea corn, she processes it, and from that 50 kg bag, maybe she's going to make 200 packs of whatever, 200, you know whatever packs you have made. It's easy to manage in such situation when, as you are producing, you are packaging everything or you produce, then you know the weight. But for some other food products, it may not be that easy. But we keep growing on the job, right? So I would say currently at the moment, it's a challenge for me, right? But the only way out is if you are able to process and package immediately. So that way you may be able to use the apps, all these inventory management apps, a QuickBook, your maybe Keeper app if you're in Nigeria, and the other, what's it called? I think there's another one, InBook or something, that you can use to manage your inventory, such that as you are producing, you are putting all the figures there. And as they sell, you can also, if you have hands, I know maybe some of us are small businesses and we probably don't have staff. Maybe we are the only staff or whatever. If you have staffs, you also have to let them know that on no condition should anybody sell from this thing without imputing it, such that as they impute it, automatically the quantity will be reducing. And if you have any quantity that does not align with what you have on the records, then somebody pays for it. Somebody has to pay. Sincerely, in situations like this, business owners, we have to be firm. Because if you are not firm, anything will happen under your nose. We've had situations of people that have stores that when they are doing their head count, they will see only packs and no product in the packs. You see empty whatever without product in there. That means somebody has sold the product and the packs are just there for show. So that in case when you open the store, you see that, oh, there are still stocks there. So each business owner has to know how to measure their operation and their inventory and stock.
Okay.
If you want to look at things like maybe fuel, for example, you use fuel for your production and you have bought fuel. Each time they use the gen, and maybe for how long, there should be a record, kind of. So that by the time they are requesting for another fuel, you can say, okay, so volume of fuel you bought so time, when and when was it used and for how long. So just you track. You don't want a station whereby you are just paying for inputs and then you're not getting value. Because a lot of the issues with small business owners are their employees, the staffs they employ, and because as you grow, you can't do everything all by yourself.
True. Okay, so you've mentioned something on costs. So what do you think are some of the overlooked areas where food entrepreneurs can cut on costs without hurting quality or customer experience?
Well, for me, maybe I'll use myself as an example.
Yeah.
Because for me, what really affects my bottom line a lot is my feed, is my fish feed, you know. Now, for the feed, usually at the moment, the feed, if you are not making your feed by yourself and you are buying from the shelf, it's quite very expensive. But I've made some researches, and currently I'm not using already bagged feeds. I'm making feeds from a local miller. And that same feed I'm making, I didn't just start using it. I have taken samples to the lab severally for analysis. And I was sure that the value, what they claimed is in the feed, is what is actually there. Because for me, if I'm not getting the right quality, it will affect the output for me. So I've tested them over time, and I saw that their quality is not only constant, it is what they said it is, and it is cheaper than what obtains in the market. So that way, I'm able to save some costs. When my mates will be spending like maybe $1 million for a batch of transaction, I could be spending like 700K. That's like some 300K I've saved already. Another way you could also save. So as if you are not my kind of business, whatever it is, you know your cost elements. The next thing will be look at, okay, this particular one, this is how I'm getting it currently. How can I get it better? If it's something that you need to get another vendor that could give you wholesale prices, or you get supplier from maybe from outside of your city or your location, or you get supply directly from the farmer, or you team with somebody that is already getting bulk supplies to share. Just there are a lot of ways one can really work around it without really compromising on quality and not having to charge customer more. So I think those are some of the ways we can go about that.
Okay, now on to cash flow. We know many small businesses struggle with cash flow management. You've talked about QuickBooks, and I know maybe you also have some other ways in which you manage your cash flow. So what are some of the best ways to maintain financial stability while scaling? In the poll we just launched, I asked, how do you currently track your inventory? And most people have responded, they use pen and paper. And then others use spreadsheets.
Okay.
No one is currently using any inventory management software.
Okay.
So, yes, how can they manage their cash flow better?
Okay. So, I would go back again. As a small business, I know that some of these documents are not some of us don't have these stuffs documented.
Yeah.
But the most important thing in cash flow is that you always have cash, right? Such that you are able to meet your short-term or long-term obligations. You are not at any point cash trapped. So I suggest this. For me, when I was starting out, because I wasn't really high on cash like that, I decided I was not going to be doing credit sales. Even though a lot of the people that wanted to buy from me are people that would prefer credit sales. I, as much as possible, frowned at credit sales. I know that people may be supplying supermarkets and all of that. It may be difficult for them. At some point, I had to pull out of supermarkets because I figured it that I have this little cash and I want to use it for production. When I produce and I take it to supermarkets, they are not giving me money like immediately. So what about the other people that wants to buy? How do I produce for them? How do I meet their needs? And those people are even willing to pay me like immediately. But I don't have products. So I had to close my eyes to supermarket sales, to focus on other sales where, if possible, I can even get my money ahead. And sincerely, till date, that's what we still do. Even though, because we are scaling, we could leave some credit window for some bulk buyers that will fuel businesses. But the truth is, you cannot continue to sell on credit. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, you
We
cannot
lost you
continue
for a bit.
loans from commercial banks that you are sure and they are not high. Hello?
I think we lost you for a bit. Hello.
Yes.
Welcome back.
Thank you. So I was saying that it's either you close your eyes, to supermarkets or every other channels that will make you want to sell on credit, at least for some time, so you could really get your cash flow together. But for me, what I do is, as much as possible, I try to get payments ahead of my sales. That's what I do. So I do more of online marketing. Of course, I still do my traditional offline marketing, but I do a lot of online marketing so that people can pay me ahead. There are some I even ask them if they are getting bulk. I ask them to pay me and then I produce for them. If they are not able to pay me 100%, I ask them to pay something, even if it's 50%. That way, I have cash and then I can do other things. That's what I do. But if your kind of food business will not afford you that luxury, you may want to seek funding from family and friends. And then you may want to look at your stocking rates. Which of your products do you think you are stocking too much? You're overstocking that is draining your cash, such that you manage your resources in a way that you won't be too tight. If you are not able to get people to pay you ahead, then I think it's better you go back to your inventory and see which one you can stock less that will allow you freedom with your cash, so that whichever way you still be able to be balanced. Yeah. I can't hear you. If you can hear me.
Sorry, I was muted. Okay, I was asking, most of our food business operators, they're either a one-man or a one-woman army. So when do you think food business should consider outsourcing certain operations? And how can they do so cost effectively? Because I think the major concern is usually around the cost. When should I say, I can't do this, or this is too overwhelming, I now need help?
Interesting. The business owner would know, right? If you're starting and you're still able to handle your production, the whole of your production, you're able to handle it effectively and efficiently. Maybe you could leave it that way. That means when it gets to the level where you know that either you are no longer able, are you with me?
Yeah.
Okay, either you are no longer able to go through the whole process alone, or you want to do other things, or you want, okay, look at it from Funke was saying she had business, then you need somebody. You need somebody. Now, the kind of business and the kind of operations, part of your business that you think is becoming overwhelming for you, that may be what you need somebody for. Now, I give an example. Somebody started a business and the person was the cleaner, was the engineer, was everything at the onset, and the business was going on. But after a while, the person needed somebody to be around when he goes out. Meetings, when he goes out to get jobs, when that could, like the person staying back is going to be doing anything special. It's just so somebody can be there at work, so somebody can receive any message, So at that point, the person needs an assistant, a secretarial person. Excuse me. Whereas maybe for me, if I would be needing someone, like the first time I took a staff, excuse me, I need to take some. Sorry, I'm back. I needed to take water.
No worries.
Okay, so the first time I took an assistant at the processing side of the business, I took the assistant because sometimes I'm not available. Sometimes I needed to attend programs, I needed to attend, events, and only me could not do that. Sorry, someone has been trying to reach me on phone, and I'm not able to. Please pick it. Okay, so I'm back. I'm so sorry for the disturbances. Okay, so I was saying the first time I took a staff, I discovered that I was busy with a lot of courses, program, trainings, this and that. And I needed someone that, even when I'm not around, some days, maybe like 3 days, I'm out of the office. And then people will be calling back end, they want this, they want that, they want this, they want that. So I needed to take an assistant that could just be there, could take my orders. If I receive the I could share them with her. If I need anything to be produced, I could share them with her. If I need her to collect something on my behalf, I could share that with her. Now, that needs someone that could receive products on her behalf, that could do the picking with her that could do into today. Oh, sorry. This network, hear the voice of the Lord. Okay, so I was saying, for me, that was my need, and I had to take an assistant. For phone care, I need maybe something else. So as a business owner, you look at your processes, you look at the one that is getting difficult, or the one that you think only you can no longer handle it, or the one you think is taking too much of your time, and really want you needed someone else's time so that you can have time for some other things. So that's the one or two ways you look at which one you should outsource first. And then if you think there's a particular operation of your business that you don't have the equipment, for example, if you're a fish person and you don't have the smoking kiln that people use to process fish, instead of killing yourself or stressing yourself to use firewood, just find somebody around you that has a smoking kiln, discuss with the person, tell the person the kind of quality you want, if possible, show the person, and then let the person start doing it for you, and you pay off. You can use that same time for other activities, and you still get the quality of product you want, and all of that. So I think that's what I would say. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ife. So are there some digital tools that you use to track and improve your operational efficiency?
Digital tools.
Yeah.
We really don't do so much of digital tools, but we only use Keeper app. We use
which app?
Keeper. K-I-P-P-A. Yes.
Tell us about it. What does it do?
Okay, so it's meant to be an inventory app. You can record your sales, more or less like a version of these QuickBooks and the likes. You can record your sales on Keeper. You can record your expenses. You can record your inflows. Then you can generate like your monthly statements. That's your monthly activity ledger kind of thing, or income statements, something like that. You can generate your business income statement, provided you have imputed all your sales, you can generate receipts, invoices for your customers' transactions, and then you can keep track of your costs, your expenses on Keeper. So it's used for inventory, and it's also used for financials, kind of. And it has the free version and the paid version. You can. We also use website, e-commerce sites for to improve our sales and visibility. We also use the Google My Business app, and then some e-commerce sites like Gigi, like what's it called? Though we are listed on Konga, but we've not really been doing much on Konga recently. So we use some of those e-commerce sites. So those are the digital tools we use at the moment. We really don't do much of digital tools. But hopefully before the end of the year, we're on a project, and then part of the requirements of the project is, using digital tools. So maybe we'll come up with more.
Thank you. You haven't told us about your social media tools, because I'm very sure you're big on social media.
I'm so sorry. Oh, and that's even our major digital sales outlets. So we use social media tools too. We use Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. We are coming up. We're on TikTok already, but we are coming up. So we use and we have a few e-commerce pages too that we are signed up on, though. And those small upcoming e-commerce sites. So that's what we do. But we do most of our sales on social media, actually, apart from the offline sales. A lot of sales, a lot of transactions on social media. WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok.
Okay, nice. So those who are using paper and pen to track their transactions, go and look for Keeper. You can start using it.
Yeah.
And if you're on social media, you see most of our sales come from where? Social media. Head over there, create an account, and then slowly by slowly you learn how to navigate the platform. So in my audience, is there anyone who has a question? Do you have questions for Ife? Yeah, so that
I'm doing that already. Okay.
Okay, Abdul.
Yeah.
Abdul, you can unmute and ask your question. Abdul.
I'm so sorry. I'm using my son's. Yeah, I'm using my son's laptop, so I was supposed to change the name. My name is Ramat. I'm so sorry. I was supposed to change the name. Good evening, everybody. Please, Mrs. Fajimi, I wouldn't know how you could help with this tracking of inventory, because my books are actually nothing to write home about. I'm a poultry farmer anyway.
Oh, so, my colleague.
So I don't know, the finance is coming in and going out. We still do pen on paper. Most times, maybe we'll have them on system, but not properly documented.
Okay.
So I was listening to you while you were saying there are so many other apps that can be used. So I don't know where and how it could help.
Yes, you may want to download Keeper app.
Okay.
Yes, I know there is a free version. And for the e-commerce site I use, which is Bumper, and is hosted by Bumper. You could also track, put your inputs, your, what's it called, outflows and inflows there. You can actually do that. So if you are not doing Bumper, you may do that Keeper. It helps you. But I think the main thing is the discipline to go and impute your figures there, because I can tell you for free that it's not like easy like that, but then it's doable.
Yes, it's not easy, but I actually want to be disciplined when it comes to finance management, because it just goes in, comes out, goes in, comes out, and you hardly can account for it.
Yes. So what I do at the moment is that I ensure that the business money is separated. There are times that I spend from my own money to sort the business. As soon as I am, maybe for example, I want to make a payment and I can only make payment with debit card. My business account does not have debit card. So definitely the only way I can make payments is to use my personal account. So as I will make it from my account, but I'll make sure I return the money from the business account to my account. And when I'm returning it, I will make sure, Veronica, please come and respond. Veronica, sorry, excuse me. When on the accounts, please pick this call. Tell him I'll call him back. Sorry. I'm back. I'm so sorry for the different interference. So what I do is, when I'm even making the transaction from the business account, I'll put narration of what I used it for, so that any other time that I want to record it, I'll remember. Because sometimes, you know that when we spend, after a while, we may not remember what we used it for. So I try to make sure I put an hint on the narration that will make me remember what the money was meant for. So that even if I'm not documenting it immediately, you know that it's almost difficult to be documenting everything immediately, because there are some expenses you make on the go. And then you are not even in any place near where you can record it. But once the narration is right, whenever I go back to it, I will remember what it's for and I can record it appropriately. That's what I also.
Okay, thank you. So this app you just called now, Keeper and Bumper, they would help me to track my financials on the business, because I want to have a proper financial book that I can use to assess grants and loans and whatsoever.
Okay, so what they will do for you is they will help your by the time you are recording it, maybe today now, you recorded that you bought feed so amount. You recorded that you bought for so amount. You recorded that you paid wages for your daily workers. At the end of the week, at the end of the month, there's a way that it can be analyzed. I know Keeper does that. Even Bumper does that. If you're on the pro version, it will analyze it into your financials, at least something financials, based on all the details you have imputed. They will not generate figures for you. Based on what you have imputed, they will analyze it into financials for you. At least if you don't have an accountant working with you, there's no way you present that to not show that at least you are doing something. And then if that is not sufficient, you may want to engage an accountant. But since it may not be a full-time accountant, like for some of my grants, I've had to also engage accountant, external person. It won't be my staff. I'll just pay him for the period. There was one I was paying monthly. End of the month, you help me analyze my financials and I will pay him. Another time, if you analyze another one, I will pay him. You could also want to do that. But if you start with the Bumper and the what's the other one, either of those ones, at least you have something.
All right. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Where is the location, ma'am?
Dulcie?
I didn't hear you.
Where's your location?
Okay, Bayeku.
Oh, you're in Ikorodu. I'm in Ikorodu too. I'm at Elepe. Let's connect.
Okay, I'll drop my number.
Okay. Next up is Dulcie. Dulcie, if you can hear us, you can unmute and ask your question. If she's not in, Olufunke, you can go ahead.
Hello, I'm here. Sorry about that. The phone was not within my reach.
All right.
Okay. I'm quiet because, my location is really a big disadvantage. I'm in Ghana, so most of these grants and things, I'm not really getting lots of them because all that I've been going through, all that I've been seeing, it's Nigeria, Lagos, and other states. But I'm really learning a lot with the operationals, a lot from Foodpreneur. I'm really, really learning a lot. My problem is I started yogurt production this year. So I'm very new.
Congratulations.
New. Thank you. And I'm trying to put certain things. Joining this platform has really helped me do certain things that I was really procrastinating. Because some time ago, when I hear of business plan, this thing is more practical, more of an accounting thing, and I'm not into an account. I'm not into an accounting. So I usually procrastinate it, but joining it has really helped me to at least try and input certain things, and then with the help of the plan that was given, I'm able to, I've really started. So with the operational thing, currently I'm working alone. And I'm doing it at home too. So, and I've started doing some inquiries about registration and then food approval, yes. So with the input thing, I think it's really helping because the problem I was having was merging my personal money with that of the business. And so this week I decided to use Google Sheets to develop some financials, and I think I'm seeing improvement. So not necessarily, I don't really have a question, but I'm really following and I'm trying to apply it in my own corner, and it's really been helpful. Thank you so much for this program.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And also talk in the group. Okay, Olufunke. Don't be a silent listener or a silent learner. Olufunke, you can go ahead.
All right. Good evening, everyone. My name is Olufunke. Thank you, Ife, for your contributions and your expertise. And I've learned a few things, but my question is actually on the e-commerce platform. Like I stay very close to you. I live in Ikorodu too.
Really?
Yes, I stay at Mowokekere.
You're very
Mowokekere is
close
very
here.
close. I'm very, very close
My
to you.
office is even at Mowokekere.
We are in Mowokekere.
That's Mawolesi, the next street to Mowokekere Major Junction. Let's not disrupt the meeting.
All right.
I will chat
Okay.
afterwards.
Now, I want to ask about Bumper because actually last year, when I started like let's say 20 months ago. I was trying to test run, you know, when you are starting and you don't have mentorship, you're just starting anyhow.
Veronica
I was like,
Wafa.
okay,
No.
if I should do something on e-commerce, you know, trying to make customer, you know, AI automation, making it easier for people to actually ask for your products. I use Bumper, but I realized that Bumper is not actually, I don't know how you use it or how you are using it, that you are using it to get results. But really, me, I have a lot of issues, and I've said it on our platform before, that is there any other e-commerce platform that is not like Bumper? I still joined their meeting this year where they are talking of giving us codes, you know, they've increased their
price.
fees. Yes, it's actually on the roof. It's
Whatever.
actually on the roof for me, for the kind of business I run, because I'll say that my business is still upcoming.
Okay.
You know, you have to really source for customers, you know, online, directing them to that platform.
Right.
And I realized that when it comes to that, they just want to like upgrade these features. When you do this, I don't know how you are able to cope, because I want to know, because these are some of my own challenges. I did it when nobody taught me, because I was just fiddling online. I saw them, I paid, you know, and I put my product, I uploaded my products. But the problem now is, within a very short period of time, they're asking you that come and do 150,000. I was like, for a business that's just, you know, growing, what will you say for a business like us that we are just starting out there and we are trying to find our feet? Because now, as an entrepreneur, I will actually say that I am bootstrapping, as in most of those things everything goes into the business. Everything, as in no profit, everything going back into the business. So, like me, that I don't have, I can't really say that I don't have an account. I have an account, but if you see my account is always like in red, because I believe in excellence.
Yes.
I want to do things in such a way that I'm positioning the brand in such a way that whether here or abroad, you can actually relate that this is coming from Nigeria, and to take off that mentality of we cannot do anything nice in Nigeria. One, I want you to help me out. The second one is, I'm coming for you now, is when you said that food should be affordable. Yes, it should be affordable. But some of us are doing products that are niche products. Now, if you are doing niche products and you are positioning yourself for a grant, even the investor will ask you that if this your product is like this, is like this, how do you want me to invest and how do you want to make the money back?
Okay.
Do you understand?
I do.
Because, yeah, because it is not all products that everybody can actually afford. There are some niches. Like the one I'm doing is a niche product, because it's actually for those people that are seeking to eating healthy, you know, speaking to the SDG goals number 3. So you don't expect that that one will be that cheap in such a way that even though you can see it on the streets and everything, but to package it, because that is the innovation we are trying to bring in. Packaging is in Ziploc packages, because most of those products are actually inside on open markets, and you have dust and everything, coming on them. So I want you to help me treat that that bumper picture, apart from bumper and this keeper app, because that's the problem now. All my money, I'll tell you, for free. It's either you are putting it to doing one solution in automation, doing one training and all that. And I'm a kind of person that I don't believe that I know it all. I try to listen, and take into cognizance what other people are doing, maybe that I don't know. So, and that will make me go into a lot of paid mentorship. Going to like, how are they doing it that they are scaling? Because really, I'm in the process of scaling, and it's like becoming difficult. Yes. Thank you.
I understand. We are at the same stage, maybe not at the same, I don't know. I am also scaling. So what I would say is, for all these things, sincerely, especially for some of us that have the mindset of excellence, we want to do a lot of things, but at the same time, a lot of people do a lot of things not with their own money. A lot of people do not with their own money. At the moment, I'm trying to change one of my packages. Like I said, we have 10 varieties, catfish made into 10. Now, I know that I should have scaled the packaging, but I looked at my boss. If I do it with my money, what money will I use to produce? It's not just about having fine packaging. My current markets, my current buyers, they don't mind buying it with the package as it is. But I'm the one that knows that packaging no longer befits me. If I want to scale, I should. But when I look at the budget of scaling, I can afford it. So what I did was to wait patiently and be looking for who can fund my packaging. And thankfully, sometimes last year, I got somebody to fund my packaging. Even though he's not still going to fund everything, but at least he's funding one of it. Let me do the best, as it were. That I know that if I change the package, it will move the market. And that's what I did. I could as well just close my eyes and pack my money. If it's 5 million, I want to pack. Because packaging is expensive now.
Expensive.
Talking of FOQ, you'll be talking of price per unit.
Yes.
Back in the days, it was cheaper. If you could raise some money, you would do package with 1 million, 2 million from China. Not anymore. Not anymore. So let me not kill myself before my time. I will do it gradually. I broke it down. Let me still be selling and be managing the pack I currently have, like that. And then be looking for people that are willing to invest in my business, to give me money, to give me grants, to do the package. I'll be doing it gradually. Then if I do it to a level, I can use my money to finish up the rest. That's about that. So I would say, yes, I know you are giving to excellence, but please give yourself time. Give yourself time. In the course of have your plans. Because you see, a lot of times when grant opportunity comes, they are unexpected. And then if you don't have things you have highlighted, it may be a problem. Do you get? So have your plan in place such that if an opportunity comes, you can just go to the bank, to the plan bank, and pick whatever fits the opportunity and use it. For example, I want to build factory. I want to change packaging. I want to do NAFDAC. I want to do this. I want to do that. You understand? Maybe I want to do 10 things. I already identified the 10 things and what it will cost me. When an opportunity comes and they are saying, we only want to buy equipment, I will go to my need list, go and select the equipment that are there and give them to the tune of the amount they want to invest. But that one is sorted. If I meet another person and the person is saying he only wants to give me working capital, oh yeah, working capital, give me. Do you understand? So that's what I currently do. Now, as per the e-commerce, if bumper is not working for you at the moment, there are free ones, just that whichever way. I know a lot of people sponsor, they boost their they boost their pages. The few people that I've seen that do well on Bumper, they spend money on SEO optimization and boosting their pages. What's it called? This thing that I think is SEO to SEO optimization.
SEO.
When you check on Google, the names.
SEO. Yes.
So
Search engine optimization.
If you are not going to pay, nobody will see it like that. Unless you by yourself, you want to direct people to see it. Then you can do something like Google My Business. Google My Business is free. If you do it, you have a business page. And if that's what you want to be using as your business website for now, you can still be using it. If Bumper is not giving you what you want and you don't want to. Because before I got to Bumper, I was actually doing a personal website. Between 2020 and 2023, I kept paying this guy. It was the first person that helped me do my brand, rebranding. He gave me a new logo, gave me new labels, did all sorts for me, letterheads. He came to the farm, took all my pictures. It was a lot. I paid this guy like 200K to start. Every year I was paying. I had to ask myself, Dolapo, is this how you want to continue? You're just paying and paying and paying. We will finish site. I cannot sell market. I did not sell single one on that page. I just closed my eyes one day. I said, I'm not continuing. The guy did not believe me. I said, I'm not continuing. He said, madam, don't stop. Look at all the money you are spending. I said, I don't mind it. I want to cut my loss and move on. And that was why I left that personal website. And then luckily, I came across Bumper because I just kept spending money. I said, okay, give me the back-end key. I now have somebody that is a brother that wants to be managing the website for me. The guy did not agree.
No.
I can't continue. Is it that I close my eyes and forget the money? Or you give me the key, let me be managing my team myself. Simple renewal, hosting, what do they call it, domain, that people will do for less than 10K. You'll be charging me 40K. Kilo day. I feel like I'm a big business. I just had to close my eyes and say, Dolapo, you know what? You have lost all the money. Just close your eyes and continue. So you may have to do that. It's a business decision, and you don't attach sentiments. Just look at it. How do they speak the grammar? Look at it, see how much you have spent, see the value you've gotten, see if it's something that could be better. If not, just move. Then as per the finances and the financials, that your account, if you want to do grants, your money has to be going into your account too. Let it be small, but let it go. Okay, you see, a lot of small business owners are tempted to use OPay, Money Point, Kiniko now because it's easy to run, and they believe that they will not charge them a lot of charges. Don't be tempted.
No, so he's even going there, ma. He's even going there. But what is like, you might not find money there.
No, money
because
don't have
going back.
Because
that's the question. Because I was like, if they do ask me to go and bring my accounts now, this thing is in red. You are doing maintenance, you are doing this one.
Bring your accounts. It's not the money there they want to see. It's the cash flow. How much has entered? If they ask you for 12 months statements, what they want to see that in the last 12 months, every month, what are you selling? What are you spending? Is money entering? Yes, they expect money to also go out. When you are not a politician, is it not the same money you have made you also use? So money must be coming in. They want to see how it is coming in. Is it that it's only one customer that is buying from you? Is it 10 customers? You understand? So people look at a lot of things in your statement. It's not the balance. So if you have good, keep using it, ma. It's not the balance. Someday the balance will be good and we will smile. But for now, we are hustling. Our sleeves are up. I think I've answered all your questions.
Yes, thank you so much.
There's one more I didn't answer. That's affordability. Fine, if your product is a niche product and you already identified the people that need your product, it's fine. But I was just talking generally. For me now, there are some of my products that are is for mass markets. But there are some of my product that is not for mass markets, even though it's still same fish. So if you are mass market and you point your hand to it and I tell you the price, you by yourself, return your hand to the one that is your mate. You understand? So I don't have a problem with niche. What I'm just saying is, if it's a basic food product that mass market everybody should eat, and that does not mean the producer will not make gain. No, you will make gain, but you may not be able to make gain like someone selling jewelry, like someone selling human hair, like someone selling clothes. That's just our bag. That's just what I'm saying. If we don't make profits, where do we earn our salary? Where do we pay our bills? We must make profits. But it won't be like all those 419 profits that all those Chinese importers they make. I hear you can buy something 100 naira and sell it 1,000 or whatever. Not that kind of profit, but definitely yes, we should make profits.
Thank you, ma. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
welcome.
I'm grateful. Yeah.
Oh, amazing, amazing. So we've learned that you should prepare and position yourself even while you wait for those grants and those funding opportunities. They just won't come and meet you there unprepared. You must prepare for it so that when opportunity knocks, you are all set. Also, you should know when to cut your losses, just like Ife knew when to cut her losses from that website. Okay. Are there any other questions? I'll allow only one more before we close. I'm not seeing any hands up, and I feel one of these days we should just organize a virtual meet and greet, because I'm seeing people are living in the same states, doing same businesses.
To be nice.
Yes. Yes, we'll plan. I'll put a poll in the community, yes. If you're up for it, we'll organize for that too. And just before we leave, I'd like our CEO to say hi to us.
Thank you, Catherine. Nice job. Amazing.
Thank you.
I think we'll give you a Nigerian name, but it's true now. We'll just give you a Nigerian name.
I'm developing the accent, huh?
Yeah. And I see that we have a Ghanaian too. We need more of the other African people here. I'm so happy. Anytime I come to communities like this, even though if it's just 10 people, we don't have to be much, but the impact is amazing. I'm so happy. Thank you, Madam Ife. Your session, I've learned a lot. You just see that I came in silently, kept quiet. I was just nodding my head, and yeah, it's a lot. Thank you so much.
Thank you
for your time and for sharing your knowledge. And I'm sure people that are here will have learned a lot, because I definitely did. And to Madam Funke, she did not tell me to do this, but let me show you. This is our products.
Nice packaging. Nice packaging.
Thank you, ma.
This is actually excellence at work. When I saw it, don't mind me, I'm very busy. I didn't respond on time, but I've made out of it. It's like amala. I was like, are you sure it's 100% sorghum plantain? But because I know you are,
yeah, it's 100%, ma.
Yeah, it's just like amala, and it's amazing. So we'll see how we're able to push this in the US, but this is good. And if you're in Nigeria, go and get it. And I don't have anything else to add. Ife has answered all the questions perfectly. For niche market or not, you can have a strategy to serve mass markets and also serve the high-end market. Even the big organizations do it. They will have products for example, banking. They will have corporate banking. They will have mass market banking. So
retail.
Retail banking. So you can have a strategy around it so that you'll be able to make the money. For entrepreneurs, it's where the money is. Don't forget quality, but have a strategy in getting those money. So I don't think I have anything to say. For us in the group, for people that have been coming to these monthly sessions, you guys are just absorbing a lot of knowledge, a lot of experience. Encourage other people in the group to join. Like as we are here now, type in the community, this is what I learned, this is what I learned, this is what I've learned, so that other people know that, oh, this is actually helpful for them and they can make it a date to be joining. It is monthly and it is free. You're not paying for it. Maybe we'll start paying for it, they will know the value. If you say bring 50,000, you will know. So yeah, let's yeah. So let's
we'll start charging for it because these are
people.
benefits. These are benefits of our premium community that we've extended to the free community, but people are not appreciating it. Yeah, so thank you so much, Ife, for showing up. I wanted to close, but I don't know what exactly Simbo wants to learn about scaling. So maybe Simbo, you can speak up before we close. Tell us exactly what you want to learn about scaling. Simbo Yusuf.
Yeah, good evening, everyone.
Good evening, ma'am.
Please, I really enjoyed your enlightenment. I really, really enjoy it. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Welcome, ma'am. Amen.
You know, part of my hunger, you have satisfied. I'm grateful. Scaling up, like, thank God for the group. Most of us are in the same level. Now, my desire is, okay, how do I move to the next level? You've helped me a bit that you list out what I want. Some of the things I want is, okay, how do I run this account? I have heard about the account thing, but I didn't understand what it meant. Running your account for some time before you can apply for grants or loan or whatever. So please, I will want more light on that so that I can apply. And two, if there could be anything like how to source for materials in a cheaper way, because raw material is not easy to access these days. So that's one of it.
Okay,
thank you
ma'am.
very much. Yes, you're welcome. Yes,
okay, so I would say this, as per the accounts, you see, nobody is with you at your business place. But if I see your accounts, maybe it's because of my banking experience or background. If I see your account, I can tell if the business is running or you're just playing. You know, there are a lot of people, they will say they're in business, but they are playing.
Yeah.
If it doesn't have to be big capital base, if your capital base is just 500,000 and every month we are seeing movement on that your 500,000. If you buy products worth 500,000, maybe your plan is to sell it and make 600,000. I'm just saying. Now, maybe you are only able to sell 450 or you sold up the 500,000. The money should be entering that account.
Okay.
When I, as a banker, if I see your account, I can tell that, okay, the month 1, she sold 400. Month 2, she sold 600. Month 3, she sold 300. Month 4, I will see movement. I will see traction. But when account is dry, nothing is happening. Then you are now asking me to give you 10 million. In my mind, 1 million, I mean 5 million that you said you even had. I don't know what you are doing with it. I cannot say anything. And you cannot begin to explain. The only explanation the finance person wants to see is the accounts.
All right.
Yes. When I'm saying finance, I mean bank, I mean any other person, grantor, whoever, lender. They want to see movement. If you say you have been in business for 2 years, they want to see it in your black and white, which is your accounts.
All right.
Now, the sourcing of materials, depending on what you do. In the course of the gist, I used myself as an example that, okay, I farm fish and I process fish. Now, the major thing that I've done that has helped me to reduce it, to stop buying the popular ready-made feed, because every 2 weeks, every AK market day, that the price is increasing. And me, I cannot be increasing the price of fish every market day. They will not buy. I'm not the only one even selling fish anyway. They don't go buy. So I had to look at, okay, is there a way I can get a cheaper feed that is still good quality? I looked around. Eventually I took it to the lab, spent money to analyze it. I saw that it was still okay. And I've been using it. And I've gone next level. The next level is to be also selling to some farmers around me. Farmers that have told that, this thing is working for me. if you want to join me, they said they want. I will say to them, even if it's 100 naira or 200 naira I make on top, it's extra income for me. I'm doing that on the side. That way, I've been able to get my feed cheaper. And I've been able to help a few people get their own cheaper, because even with the extra I'm adding on it for them, it's still cheaper than what they could have bought in the markets. Okay, the other ones will be, okay, what are my other costs? I need to smoke fish. Is it I'm smoking it by myself, or I'm giving it to people to smoke for me? If I smoke it by myself, what and what do I need? I need to hire people, workers. I need to buy charcoal. I need to monitor the dry. I need to, you know, I will list all of that. And I will not spend so much money. But if I am giving it to somebody that is qualified, I can give it the quality I want. If the person is doing for me, at what rate? If I pay the person that money, what good can I derive? As per, can he help me use my time for other things? So as a business owner, as a foodpreneur, our inputs will vary. I don't know what business you do. Are you the one in poultry?
No. I'm into processing.
What do you process?
Plantain flour and
pap. Okay, so you use corn, you use plantain, elubo, ogede.
Yes.
Now your elubo ogede, are you preparing the ogede by yourself? That's a question. I'm not saying you should answer me here. If no, where you buy it, can you get it from a cheaper source? Can you reach out to plantain growing communities and buy directly from farm? That all you just need to do is to go there, give them the quality you want. If possible, produce with them and show them, because you see some of these things, people, they have their own ways of doing their things. But if you are high on safety, you are high on all of those other parameters we use, you need to be sure is what you want that they are giving you. So you may need to go there, see how they are doing their own, introduce little ways of making it better to them, and they produce for you. That's what a lot of big companies do. Even small and medium companies, that's what they do. They look for people in Oyo, look for people in all those villages. I cannot be mentioning names here. If not, I would have mentioned names of your favorites online. They go there, they see what those people are doing, they tell them, they upgrade them, more or less. Tell them, okay, this is how we want you to be doing it. They teach them, and then they start giving them the quality of inputs they want, and it will be cheaper. And you may not necessarily have to travel down. They will just be sending it to you. You save cost on transport, you save cost on price. You are giving them money to produce. Some people go as far as giving them money to even take care of the plantain farm before it's ready.
It's like a network. Okay, she's back.
Okay, so I was saying people do all sorts, you know, giving producers money ahead, teaching them, helping them to get better at their trade, so just they can give you their products and give you the quality you want. So you may want to explore that. I don't know how you source those things, but you may want to explore that medium. That way you are investing in your suppliers, and at the same time, you are getting value. As a matter of fact, you can even get grants by saying you are working with local farmers, you are training them, you are helping them to do their whatever better. People get grants that way, safe. Yes, a lot of people get that way. They won't say they are making a elubo ogede. Yes, they will say they are making a elubo ogede, but they will say they are working with farmers to process their elubo better, you know, in a sustainable way. Thank you. They are doing it in a sustainable way, good quality, safety, blah, blah, blah. They are training them, and they are taking from them to reduce wastage and blah, 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 blah. They will get money.
Okay, thank you so much. That was
Exactly, supporting our good
comprehensive.
practices. So
Thank you.
Okay, so we've been here long enough and I'm sure we've learned a lot. So just do me a favor. The way you are here, just take your phone, drop your comments in the group. What did you learn today? Just the way we are here before we leave. Do you have our phones?
Yes.
Yes, just go to the main group. Ife is part
Okay.
of our premium community. She's not in our main group. But you
Really?
can join. I sent you a link, yes. So just go drop. If you're in the premium community and the main group, you can drop in both of them. If you're just in one of them, also drop wherever you are. Just drop your comments, what you've learned today. Yes,
Right.
and thank you so much.
Welcome.
Show up next month. Next month, we have a very interesting session for you. All of you have been dying to learn about Canva. We'll be having a one-on-one training on Canva.
Wow. Wow.
So you better show up. Don't let us plan for nothing. You show up, okay? Yes, and next month you're also going to learn a lot in the community. You people show up. If we launch the Grow Your Business challenges, please show up. I don't want to be highlighting Olufunke all the time as the winner. Show up, challenge yourselves. The little knowledge you know, come share with the others. If you also have a skill and expertise that you want to share with the community, you can always let me know so that we can organize a session. If there's something particular you also want to learn, you can let us know and we'll try our best to bring an expert on board to train us on that. Okay, I want to see us dropping comments before I exit this call. That's what I'm waiting for. Once I see the comments dropping, I'm ending now the meeting. I'm seeing somebody is typing. Okay, Edibash is very detailed. Please tell us who is very detailed. I've just attended a meeting on this and this, a webinar on this and this. If Idalapo is very detailed, yes, something of the sort. Olabisi, drop that in the chat, please. Yes, Eden Fresh Foods. Thank you, thank you. More, so that we close. I'm seeing there is someone typing.
Yes, sir. I'm mommy first.
It wasn't gist though, it was knowledge. It was knowledge. Yes, thank you, Eden Fresh, an insightful session. Olufunke is typing. Let me just stop the recording even as you type.